What's up, guys? I am the best straight edge YouTuber in the world. And today, we're going to review one of the best WWE pay-per-views this year, I think, is Money in the Bank. This pay-per-view was amazing. There's one match I didn't like. I'll talk about that in today's review of the WWE 2018 Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Let's get to it. Okay, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was amazing. Let me get to the match cards and show you what my favorite matches were. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship. This was the Bludgeon Brothers versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson was the kickoff show. Too Sweet, the Club. Unfortunately, the Club doesn't win. They basically get, the Bludgeon Brothers basically win. One of the brothers end up taking out Gallows. He kicks him, knocks him out. 1, 2, 3. That's the end of that match. Yeah, that was an okay match. I thought the Bludgeon Brothers were gonna lose, but they're just unstoppable right now. The next match we'll get to, which was the kickoff of the pay-per-view Money in the Bank, was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. This is a rematch they had from their last encounter. Let's see. Yeah, Backlash. Pretty much Cass tapped out. And Daniel Bryan pretty much does an awesome job in this match. Build up. He comes in with the yes kicks. He ends up hurting the leg of Big Cass. He ends up taking him, puts him in the yes lock, taps Cass out again, and he's just victorious. This match was really good. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I liked it. The next match was the Intercontinental Championships. Seth freaking Rollins, he burned it down against Elias. Like, they really took the show, man. He freaking went back and forth, back and forth. Seth at once was at the point where he missed his burn it down, his curb stomp, and he ended up hurting his leg. And then he rolls up Elias. Elias does it back, tries to grab the tights, and then Seth grabs the tights to win. He had no choice, man, because Seth was in a bad, state. But he did the best he can do, so it was awesome. That match was definitely a 10 out of 10. They tore the house down, and Seth retains his Intercontinental Championship. Even though people say he cheated, he didn't. He did all what he could do because he was seriously hurt. And Elias, I'm impressed with Elias. Elias can freaking fight. Like, that dude was taking Seth to the new limit, like Seth said in his interview after Money in the Bank. I'd say that was Seth's hardest opponent was Elias. Yes. We'll get to the next match. Next match will be the Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn fight. I'm glad. The segment was getting boring, the story with these two. But finally, Bobby Lashley comes in, takes out Sami Zayn at the end. But not just he does the suplex on him. He just, lifts him up in the air, twice. Because the crowd says, do it again, do it again. Because Money in the Bank's in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown. And he just lifts up Sami Zayn twice, drops him. 1, 2, 3. Bobby wins. It it was a good match. But the storyline, I didn't like it. The next match we'll get to, Carmella versus Asuka. Carmella versus Asuka. I knew something was going to happen. I heard rumors and stuff. And I just knew that somebody was in a mask. Like, I figured who it was. Like, the person that was standing on the apron. And Asuka was just, like, staring at them like that. Going, you know, staring like that. And it turns out to be James Ellsworth. Well, there was rumors he was coming back. And so he came back. Carmella took out Asuka. 1, 2, 3. Mella is Bella. That's all I can say. Carmella wins. Retains her the SmackDown Women's Championship. That was a very good match. I loved it. But let's get to my favorite matches. The Women's Money in the Bank. Oh my gosh. This match was amazing. Oh man. Like, oh, my favorite, Alexa Bliss. Oh, she was amazing. Comes in. Amber Moon was in this. I mean, who else was in this? Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Flair, yes. Natalia, Lana, Naomi, Sasha Banks. There was a point in the match that Sasha Banks gets both of them on a ladders and tries and does her top rope move and just smashed them through the ladder. Oh yeah, Bayley was in this too. And wait, Bayley was not in the match. My bad. But anyway, Lana came in there, smack freaking. Oh man, she like kicked. It was either Naomi or Becky Lynch, and just smacked the heck out of them. Like, it was like the crowd in Chicago were chanting Lana Day. I mean, they were going crazy for this match. Like, and it did not disappoint. This Women's Money in the Bank was amazing. I would rate this 10 out of 10, no doubt. But, you know, as the incoming, they had the ladders 2 on 2, like on side by side. The women were going after everyone. Naomi was on one part. Becky Lynch was on the other part. Charlotte Flair was on the other part. They just... And then, you know, Alexa Bliss comes in. Freaking tells them, this is my money in the bank. To one of the women. Slams her on the ground. And then Flair tries to take out Bliss. And then Bliss comes back. And at the end, Miss Little, Money in the Bank Goddess, wins the Money in the Bank. That's all I gotta say. And she is the best. Alexa Bliss rocks. And then we go into AJ versus Nakamura last man standing match. Oh my god. This match is definitely match of the year. We've been waiting for so long. Since WrestleMania. We thought WrestleMania was going to be the match, but it didn't end up being what it was. Because pretty much AJ got hit in the balls. And then we get to the Greatest Royal Rumble. They both go out a double count out. And then, you know, they fight on SmackDown. And then we end up being at Money in the... Yeah, they fought at Backlash, and that didn't work out either. And so we go at Money in the Bank. And they tore the house down. I give it up for Nakamura. Nakamura fought. There was one point he just wanted to give up because AJ was phenomenal. and just went over there. I mean, one of the things in the matches was crazy was AJ freaking put Nakamura on the floor, Styles Clash. And then that wasn't it. Nakamura gets up from the 10 count. And then AJ takes a chair to Nakamura's knee and beats the mess out of him. And then Nakamura still gets up. And then puts AJ on a table and conjoshes him. And I thought it was over for AJ. But no, AJ gets up because he's phenomenal. He gets up. He does that Styles Clash to Nakamura. And he says, nah, I ain't done yet. And then he kicks, and then, oh, boom. Then Nakamura hits AJ in the balls. And then I thought AJ wasn't going to get up, but he did. And then all of a sudden AJ got mad and said, nah. Two could play that game. Freaking ran up and kicked Nakamura in the balls. And then all of a sudden this was so phenomenal. He gets on the top rope, does the phenomenal forearm, hits Nakamura, boom, through the table. And then what happens? Nakamura doesn't get up from the 10 count. It's over. AJ retains the WWE Championship for SmackDown. That match was definitely a 10 out of 10 and match of the year. And then we get to Roman Reigns. Sorry if this ain't all in order, but this is what was on the pay-per-view. I'm just going by the card. And then we get Ramen Noodle freaking Reigns and Jinder Mahal. This match was the boringest match I ever seen. They both can't wrestle. The Ramen Noodles can't even cut a promo. I mean, I was so bored of that match. The people in Chicago were bored. They were chanting RVD. And then they chanted CM Punk, which is so hilarious. They're like, CM Punk! CM Punk! And, of course, Ramen Noodle wins. And who really cares about that match? I don't. And then we get to Raw's Women's Championship. Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. This match right here was, I'm shocked. Ronda came in there and took it to Nia Jax. She lifted her and judo throwed her twice, and then put her in that arm bar, the arm bar that Ronda's famous for in UFC, and then put Nia Jax in it, and Nia Jax just blocks it, and then powerbombed her at once. And she took it to Ronda. Ronda's never been beaten up like that in a long time. And to see Ronda's first championship match, like, these women, bravo. It was so good. But the best and the goddess comes in and says, nah, Ronda Rousey, nah, Nia Jax, comes in, hits them both with a briefcase, hits Ronda, takes Ronda out. Alexa Bliss takes out Ronda Rousey out, then takes out freaking Nia Jax, cashes in Money in the Bank, makes history, put a DDT on Nia Jax after hitting her with the briefcase, and then hits the Bliss top rope finisher, and then the goddess wins Money in the Bank and cashes in for the Raw's Women's Championship. She made history. She's back on the throne. She deserves it. She's the best. Alexa Bliss is amazing. And that match is definitely a 10 out of 10. But give it up. Bravo to all the women, even Ronda Rousey. She doubted me, man. I didn't think she could take Nia. And then we get to men's Money in the Bank for Raw. SmackDown. Who's going to get it? This was crazy. Braun Strowman was in this match. Was my second pick to win. The Miz was my first pick. Finn Balor, former leader of Bullet Club, Balor Club, is in the match. Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, New Day member, which was Kofi Kingston, and Samoa Joe. This match was crazy. They just all decided, let's team up and take out Braun, because Braun's the bigger guy. I understand. So there was a point in the match where they put him, all these ladders on top of Braun, and Braun was just knocked out. And then Joe and Kofi went at it. Man, this match was so brutal. And then Braun gets up. One of my favorite moments is Braun just gets up, breaks out that freaking ladders, and just comes through. Goes after Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens don't know what to do, so he gets Rusev to, and Samoa Joe. They all team up, try to take out Braun. And then they find this big old ladder, Kevin Owens does. And he tries to take Braun and put him through a 20-foot ladder drop. It was a 20-foot ladder. To put him through a table. Not just one, two. So Braun's like, I don't think so, or something like that. And he says, you're going through this. And takes Kevin Owens, choke slams the dude off a 20-foot ladder, and puts him through just not one, two tables. It's over for Kevin Owens. That's all I got to say. And Braun just takes out Joe. He takes out everybody. Comes in. Finn Balor has a thing. The Miz is trying to go, for his opportunity to sneak a win. And Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, they get taken out. But Finn Balor and Bobby Roode with the ladder. Braun comes in, rushes in, boom! Breaks the ladder in half. Takes everybody out. Miz is like, I will not forget it. The Miz had a funny face. He's just like, he was scared. And Braun came in there, destroyed the Miz, destroyed everybody, even Finn Balor. I'll get up for Finn Balor. I just want to point, he gets on this big old ladder and does the coup de grace, I think on Samoa Joe or somebody else, or Bobby Roode, and freaking hits it. And yeah, he's hurt. But Braun comes in, takes out everybody. Who grabs the briefcase? Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun! Braun wins Money in the Bank. And who does he call out after his first interview? He calls out Brock Lesnar. He's going to take that part-timer out. He's going to cash it in on the time of the Monster in the Bank wants to. Because Braun, I guarantee it, is the next Universal Champion. And I couldn't be happier. And this match was a 10 out of 10. This whole pay-per-view was good, except for the ramen noodle freaking fight. I can tell you, they went and exploded. Alexa Bliss winning, cashing in. Even when Braun wins the Money in the Bank, the crowd in Chicago just goes nuts. I'm just glad ramen noodles wasn't main event. This whole pay-per-view was definitely a 10 out of 10, guys. There's no other, man. It was so good. The AJ match, the Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax, it was amazing. I will never forget this whole pay-per-view. It's definitely one of the pay-per-views of the year. And Chicago, you brought it, man. So that's my review on WWE's Money in the Bank 2018 in Chicago. Thumbs up. 10 out of 10. Good pay-per-view. Except for the ramen noodle fight. And yeah, pretty much. So, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up for the likes. And hit that subscribe button, guys, because we're growing. And let me tell you guys, let me know on the comments down below, what your favorite match was of Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and tell me why it's your favorite match. So comment down below what's your favorite match and why. And I just want to say, all you guys, have a God bless day and week. And get ready for these photos that I took from the pay-per-view coming up.